All right, so I wanted to put together a little video exploring an element of walking, and specifically this idea of elastic recoil, which is like when you stretch a structure, like in this case the Achilles tendon, like you do when you plant your heel on the back foot when you're walking. You're loading the tendon and you're putting this potential energy into it, and when you allow the heel to come off the ground, you have this recoil action that helps to propel to move you forward. So I want to show you a little movement exercise exploration you can do to really locate that and refine it and make better use of it in your walking. So the basic setup for this is you can be by wall if you like for support. You don't have to. I would suggest starting out by wall, and you want to have one foot in front of the other. Either foot, doesn't matter. I'm going to do left in front, and I'm going to have my back foot about that far behind it. So like maybe the heel and toe are about half a foot's width or length apart. You should play with this distance as you go through, but you want to have enough. You don't want to have them too close together, otherwise you're not going to get the forward motion as much. You're going to get more verticality, which is you'll hopefully feel it for yourself as you go through. So the basic idea is this. I want you to just start, get stable, and just begin. I want you to keep your spine long through the whole time. That's key. And just go ahead and start lifting your back heel. And we're gonna do lots of repetitions. This is one of those. This exploration is one where you're gonna be doing lots of reps. So take it gently. Don't do too much. If you need to stop, rest, walk around, definitely do that. So I've got my feet set, and I'm just going to start lifting the back heel, and first just tuning into how that movement shifts through me. I'm going to actually change the width or the distance a little bit here. And so I'm noticing as I lift the heel, I can lengthen through the spine, through the top of the head. My right shoulder comes forward, the upper body rotates to the left, my weight comes into my left leg as the leg straightens. And so first just again, noticing what lifting the back heel does in the rest of the body. And so hopefully you already can see how this is related to your walking. This is a big part of how we shift our weight from one foot to the other. So I'm going to pause, shake it out a little bit. So let's start to play with this recoil idea. And the thing you're going to do differently here is mostly with the timing of what you've been doing. So rather than lifting the heel and then seeing how that shifts everything, you're gonna lean forward. So you kind of make the heel the second, lifting of the heel the second part. So I'm going to start to move forward as though I'm bringing my weight into my front foot, and then I'm going to allow the heel to come up. So, and do this many times and start until you start to get really a clear experience of the Achilles, your lower leg, almost like an elastic band that's been stretched, and then when you let go, it snaps back into shape. And so we're not looking for like a violent kind of snap, but we just want to have that idea of something that's being stretched and then very powerfully, in a controlled way, coming back to its resting shape. Maybe not its resting shape, but getting shorter. And so again, it's about the timing. So it's leaving the heel on the floor just a little bit longer than I would otherwise, so that it then recoils. And again, tuning into how does this recoil affect the transfer of motion through the rest of the body, bringing your weight forward, rotating the upper body so that you can shift your weight onto the left leg, straightening that leg. And notice as well as you do this, how the lifting of the back heel connects into the right hip joint, which then connects through the bony structure of the pelvis into the left hip joint. So see if you can get really, just tune into how your hips and your pelvis are working together to shift your weight. And just see if you can get that really clear and nice as well. Okay, so pause, and I'm just gonna take a moment, breathe, and walk around a little bit, and just notice. So I can already really feel the spring on the right side as I walk, and it's just standing like this, it's really accessible. So you can play with this in standing too. All right, so let's try the other side. As in many or most of us will find that one side is maybe going to be different than the other. I think I already know that this side is going to be a little, balances. All right, it's going to be a little different. It's not going to be as clear. But let's see what we have. So I'm going to start just by lifting the heel. So I'm not looking for that recoil yet. I'm just seeing kind of what the baseline is for me. What's happening as I lift the heel, allow the opposite leg to straighten, etc. Okay. So let's tweak the timing a little bit. See, that's clearer than I thought it would be. And it's okay to exaggerate or accentuate what you're feeling, what you're noticing. In this case, I'm allowing my head to be a little bit wobbly because I want to really feel that connection of the heel up through the spine, and so I can make the head a little more stable now. And again, this is meant to be this is not like a rigid exercise, so don't feel like you have to stay in one place with your feet rooted and do a certain number of reps. Really shift the position of your feet and make sure you're breathing. That's super important. All right. It was interesting. I didn't feel like I had to do as much on that side, surprisingly. So I'm going to walk around and see what the left side feels like now. And you can also accentuate that recoil as you walk too. And then just go back and forth, kind of walking with a little bit more of a push or a spring in your heel, and then just walk normally and see what kind of emerges. So hopefully that was interesting. Give it a try, let me know how it goes, and I'll talk to you soon.